I said I'll play. Are you now?
Sandberg will never
Sandberg should never.
Yeah, change off of that tag. You don't want to play without tap jumping with L grab, I don't think.
Me and his fair alone.
Okay, we got game 1 on Battlefield, Ganon Falco. This is just some melee, but with a heavily buffed Ganondorf. Yeah, footstooling is taunts. So this is just a melee matchup, but with a very heavily buffed Ganondorf, because we've got Battlefield, Ganon, Falco. All this existed in melee.
The only thing different is just, Ganon's got some different moves.
Yeah, Ganon's real good now, as opposed compared to melee Ganon.
A little bit faster, but more like combo, some different moves. Doesn't has like the cape for like projectiles.
One fun fact that me and Jacob had been pointing out recently, Ganon got a lot of buffs from melee to PM. He's actually lower on the tier list in PM than he is in melee, just because of how many more characters there are.
Yeah, because like the majority of characters going from melee to PM got buffed. There's only like the top 4, I think, that are nerfed.
And Falco got nerfed initially, but they actually gave him a bunch of buffs after that because he was getting really beaten up. And Falco, even though he's buffed from melee to PM, is also lower in the tier list than he is in melee. So that's another interesting fact. Both of these characters got buffed with the transition, and both of these characters ended up lower on the tier list. That's the one big thing. Probably the single biggest change on Ganondorf is that the side B is a command grab now, which is a change they actually made in Brawl and continued in PM. But that's a big improvement over his side B in melee. So that's one thing that Tim is going to have to, keep in mind and take account of.
Because the melee, it just kind of knocked you up and didn't do much, but this allows for like tech chases and like do
and that
kill off side, So
and Wizard's Foot's very significantly stronger too. Wizard's Foot is strong. The other thing is that Ganon's side B also grabs the ledge now, so he has a really nice horizontal recovery that he didn't have before. Just in general, Ganon's got a lot more. He's a lot less exploitable. He's still very exploitable, but in melee, he's so just like cripplingly immobile, and just he has some garbage moves that aren't useful. So they fixed most of that.
Yeah, and Falco's still got a lot of his tool to neutralize him. Lasers can make any movement around really difficult.
But at the same time, Falco also has some really exploitable parts about him. Being a fast faller, so that combos, and then also the really terrible recovery that they didn't touch at all. His recovery is still pretty garbage. Yeah, it's pretty questionable. So. Basically, this is another glass cannon matchup where these two combo each other so hard, and both will die pretty early too.
This game feels really weird after going from...
Falco's definitely got the advantage in neutral, but Ganon probably has a better punish game, at least in Project.
Definitely, yeah. I mean,
and in this game, you also have to watch out for the signature Ganon side, where Ganon, if you ever get clipped by a side B off stage, you're gonna die.
Pumpz taking that first game.
Yeah, really close. Although he ended it with a pretty commanding string. Ended up with a pretty decent lead on the last stock there. But trades were going on pretty frequently.
SaLaD took the first 3 stocks. So
we got a game on Wario Land. Now this is Ganon's home turf. He's got really big punishes, big damage. Although I'm not entirely sure why the skin is on the stage. I think we might have gotten a weird PM bug, and we're playing on Brawl. Or at least the Brawl version of the stage. Let's see if any of the minigames come out. It might just be an alternate.
Yeah.
See? That's what I was thinking. So go back to the stage.
One of us held L or R.
Maybe. That also might just happen.
L does the alternate stages,
okay.
so that's probably what happened.
So we're resetting.
Accidentally held L on the stage.
Chisel it. So this is still game 2.
Yep.
Restart of game 2.
He's actually went to the
Brawl stage,
non-competitive casual stage.
And some of the hazards on that stage are really, really dangerous too. There's a mini game where arrows rain down from the sky, and you have to sit under an umbrella not to get hit by them. And the arrows kill you at 60, and you can just grab your opponent and throw them right as they're about to fall down. So definitely not something you can just play out.
Yeah.
So, as much as this stage definitely benefits Ganondorf, you gotta win the neutral to get those benefits, and he got a really, really dominant game so far by this Falco.
Falco's got some great killing power on the stage, and that's
Yeah.
actually like kill him very early.
And as much as I do think that Ganondorf does win in terms of having a better punish game, if both players are playing perfectly, there's almost no reason Ganon should ever be able to hit Falco.
Ooh, gets the suicide, but that's
Not sure exactly
not a
how
benefit, I think.
beneficial that was.
I think that was more just meant to be recovery, not going for the suicide.
And I think at this point in time, if SaLaD tries to recover with side B again, Tim can just jump into it intentionally and take the stock.
That's kind of like the double-edged sword of those suicide recoveries.
Yeah. Well, but we got a really quick stock taken. Ganon only has to hit you like 3 or 4 times and you're done on this stage. So, this is still really doable. This is like 3 neutral interactions away from SaLaD taking this game, even with 2 stocks left. So,
This is like a short combo string into the fair to take this
and
stock,
the one
but-
thing to take into account is kind of the, rest parable, where rest isn't in play, where the suicide isn't in play right now because Tim's up a stock, but it doesn't matter if Jacob's at like 150%. As soon as Jacob takes the stock, now side B's in play. Because Ganon dies second off of his side B off the stage, so at this point in time, if Jacob can back arrow kill really early, but
Had you have gotten
side B would have taken the game for him regardless of percent difference. I have a feeling we're going back. Yeah. This is just really comfortable. One of Ganon's best mobility options is his really slippery waveland, and the fact that so much of the stage is covered in platforms that they're so low and accessible for him allows him to be a little bit faster than he can be on most stages. And he kills really early. Granted, Falco does too, but I just think as long as the stage is available, I think this is where Jacob's going to go, regardless of whether he wins or loses on it. Because it's kind of like, give me liberty or give me death. If he's going to lose here, he's not going to win anywhere else anyway.
Tim was reading that get up
Maybe
really
not.
well. That's like a fourth stock he's taking on an F smash off the get up of
Yeah,
ledge.
definitely. Forward smash kills really early on this
Jacob
stage.
might,
And he's got really good setups into it.
Sal might need to mix up his recovery a bit more. His
I
ledge
think that's,
options.
yep.
Evens it up, bro.
Yeah, especially in PM, there's a lot more ledge options than there are in Melee because, and Ganon especially can't even jump onto the ledge after he drops down, or he can, but barely in Melee. So the fact that his jump off of the ledge is so much more useful, and the fact that tournament winners are so much better allows Ganondorf to get off the ledge a lot better. So I agree with that, with what you said there. There's a lot of different ways he could be getting off the ledge better to avoid some of these KOs.
Another back air to kill, 140.
Yeah. But see, living to 140 on the stage is actually not that bad, and if he can win a couple more of these neutral interactions, he's surviving pretty well. He's not getting low percent KO'd by down or off stage or anything like
Great
that.
combo going from Tim, though.
Yeah. Although Jacob manages to avoid all the off-stage stuff.
Avoids the
2 good
finisher.
dodges on both the down air and the down smash again. Yeah.
That was like pixels away.
So, this is 1 stock to 3, but Jacob brought this all the way back last game too, to last stock, and as long as he gets it to last stock, the game is anybody's game. And that'll be
down
that
tilt
stock,
there?
yeah. Down tilt is looking like it's a really powerful combo tool in this matchup. Because Falco basically can't get to a percent where he's heavy enough, or he gets hit far enough away that he can't follow up on that.
No.
You hate to see that happen.